Welcome to Lights Camera Barstool, September 2nd of 2025. Today, me and Gooch are going to be reviewing Caught Stealing, the new Darren Aronofsky movie. We were super excited to talk about it, and I think even more so now that it actually turned out good. And because he can be a little streaky.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got one of the stranger filmographies. Honestly, looking through it, it's like a mix of Oscar bait, like genuine masterpieces, and then just what the fuck is he doing directing Noah or
Hmm.
like The Whale or there's so many movies. It's a very strange catalog, and this is another addition to that. Like this is completely different from him, and I didn't know what to expect, but I'm happy it turned out the way it did.
For every Black Swan, you get a mother. You know what I mean? Like shit happens.
Yes.
Shit happens. He's very strange. He's super super fucking streaky, and I kind of like it in a way. We're like he gets out of his comfort zone. He does weird shit. Sometimes
Yeah.
it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he swings. He's fucking swinging for the
Yes.
fences every time, which I do respect.
Uh,
But before we talk about caught stealing, we do have a bunch of news to get to, and then we'll be talking about some of the things that are coming to streaming in the month of September as well. First up, this is a funny one just because of what Christopher Columbus was just saying. Warwick Davis will return as Professor Flitwick in HBO's new Harry Potter reboot series. It makes me laugh because Chris Columbus, who obviously directed the first two movies, he had a quote where he said, like, I saw the picture of Nick Frost in the completely exactly the same costume as was it Rubus? No, Rubius Hagrid's the character's name. The fellow who's
yes.
in the same exact
Fuck.
Hagrid costume that they had, and he said to himself, like, what's the point? Like, what are we doing if we're just doing the exact same thing over again? And then on top of that, they just cast the same actor for the same exact role again. So it
Yeah.
does kind of make you think a little bit. But in the long and short of it is that the answer is money. Like, they're gonna make a fuck ton of money doing this, and it's not like some people might think like, oh, well, it's not releasing in theaters. They're not going to be making like box office money. Like, no, they're going to be making merch sales bigger than you could ever imagine off of like parents trying to indoctrinate their kids into the same IP that they got into. The same thing that happened to Star Wars when Star Wars came back out. Like, it's how it goes, man. So that's the purpose of this being made.
It it has been very funny to watch people like invent conspiracy theories daily on why they are remaking this. They're like, oh yeah, JK wants to replace the original actors within the cultural zeitgeist. No, they're doing this for money. That's
Money.
like it's just money. Like it's always just money. This is just another example. They have two theme parks open. They
Hmm.
have theme parks to sell tickets to. They have, like you said, merch they're trying to move. Um, I don't think this show is going to end up being very good, to be quite honest. The more it seems like they're just doing the movies over, the more I'm like, well, what's the point? And of course, money, but like narratively, I don't think it's going to add anything. Like, there's obviously stuff that got cut from the books, but the movies, for all their problems, I think did a really good job of parsing out what was important and what wasn't. Like,
Yeah, I would agree. There's a lot of things where like I love from the books that weren't in the movies where it's like I really wanted to see that. I can also agree it wasn't totally necessary
yes.
to for it to be seen. Like the Quidditch World Cup being cut from
Okay, yeah.
um Goblet of Fire. Like amazing scene within the book. You know what I mean? Like great,
Hmm.
cool, awesome. I was like devastated not to see that in the movie. But then at the same time, it's like that was not critical to the movie at all. It was just really cool to read
Hmm.
and picture or
Yeah.
whatever. So like there's lots of that stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess you get to see some of that. But like you're saying, it's maybe not imperative to the actual core story of Harry Potter.
Is Warwick the first one to come back from the original cast?
To reprise, I think so, yeah.
Man,
Yeah. I think at least in
that's
their
kind
own
of
role.
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I
I don't
would have
know.
I would have guessed that they would have asked somebody to come back. Maybe like the lady that
Yeah,
played
like
the
just yeah, like the like botany professor, like
dude.
more
She's
with people
funny.
like those.
You ever
Yes.
see her quote where they're like they asked her something about Harry Potter and she's just like, yeah, like, well, do you know how much this means? And she's like, it's for kids. Like if you're an adult and you're taking a bunch away from this, you're fucked in the head or something. Like she's funny. Uh,
Just Britain's finest stage actors, like being nonstop asked questions about this fucking franchise that's
yeah,
30 years old, this like
it's
children's book series.
so funny. We got the first trailer for Chad Powers, written by our good boy Michael Waldron. This is one of those things where like it shouldn't work, right? But then you go look at Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso
Hmm.
fucking worked. So although I think we've kind of retroactively said like that might have been a bit of COVID bump.
Ran, it ran too long, but there's no. I mean, that first season was great. Like,
Yeah.
it really was.
And this concept, like, it's not new. Like, there've been plenty of movies like this, like person that doesn't belong in league comes and does league. Like, that's
Hmm.
something that's kind of not a trope, but they've done it in sports movies plenty of times. So that there's I think proof positive there. And then Glenn Powell's just like the most like charismatic like new guy that we got. So this is I think a big win-win for everybody. The trailer looked kind of funny. I'm interested.
Yeah, no, and it's also just. I think we brought this up last time we talked about it, but it's just insane that they have Glenn Powell in this because it's. I would imagine he signed on before he blew up. Because I mean, he's
Oh yeah.
pretty much as A-list as they can come now, and they have him on a fucking Hulu series, a Hulu football series releasing in September. Like the chances of that happening in the near future, getting like a rising star like that, like into a show like this, is just slim to none. But Glenn Powell, I mean, he's down for anything, and this does feel very up his alley. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a football fan, and I'll say this much: we're gonna talk about Austin Butler's swing here in a moment, which, ooh, but Glenn Powell, he's got a nice throwing motion. He looks like an athlete out there.
Yeah, I will say that that is maybe the only thing in my head that could influence his decision to do this series if it wasn't pre-stardom is like, hey, you get to
Mhm.
play a football star and you don't know how much longer you're gonna get a chance to do that. And he's like, yo, yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah. He was
That might
probably
have
in the
been it.
writer's room, like, are you sure we can't do like I can't play at Texas?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like I have to be at Oregon. Are you fucking kidding me?
That does I do like that Michael Waldron knows sports well enough to know that if you're gonna have like some asshole flashy quarterback, put him on a fucking Oregon team,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, classic asshole flashy quarterbacks go to Oregon. Except for Justin Herbert, that is.
Yes, you know what I mean. Like the flashy,
Bo
like
Nix
over the
and
top, like just the uniforms, everything about that
yeah.
program is a little over the top.
You want the Bo Nixes and the dude, fucking you know what I didn't realize? That who's the guy in the Saints? Tyler Shuck, right? Or Show, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, Tyler Show, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was Herbert's backup for like 2 years at Oregon. I didn't realize that. That's how
What?
old this guy
He,
is.
he ended up at Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I
crazy?
knew he was old, but that's that's old.
Herbert's been in the league. This is his sixth year, and this guy was backing up Herbert. Like that's fucking crazy. Same thing that you could say with like Jane Daniels played Herbert in college, and he in his rookie year was last year, which is crazy. It's insane. Especially I think COVID
It's nuts.
exacerbated that a lot, obviously, because like the red
Hmm.
shirts and shit. But still, kind of funny. Uh, Jane Daniels also beat Herbert's ass in college. I think it was like some fucking shootout, and he was like a true freshman. Some insane
Yeah.
game. But
Filthy.
anyway, that now we can go to some D23 things, nothing crazy yet. Ice Age 6 Boiling Point announced at D23. This feels like they're very popular and maybe not maybe underrated is the wrong word, but people like Ice Age. They're simple, they're funny, they're easy. I guess there's an audience for it, so yeah.
Is there?
I think like they're a
Like
very
I
easy one for millennials who grew up watching them to get, okay, kids, let's go watch Ice Age, and they'll enjoy it.
maybe it's a bigger franchise than I realized because I'll also add that when it came up on Alien
Alien
Earth,
Earth.
I'm also like that's the one that stuck around for 150 years, Ice Age. Um very fun. I mean, I remember liking the movies. It's just they didn't that franchise did not stick in my head or stick around in like the cultural zeitgeist again. I'll add that again, but the way like other franchises did, like we're about to talk about The Incredibles. The Incredibles had one movie and stuck around forever, and this is a franchise with five movies, and I can't say I've thought about this franchise in 10 years up until it popped up on Alien Earth. I did not think about that fucking sloth.
I do think that there's something cool about that, and that each kid, when they're growing up, they latch on to like sometimes a non-A-list thing.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a random
Yeah.
cartoon. Like I don't want to say like Iron Giant's one of them. But like Iron Giant you could consider one of them.
Yeah.
Like Ice Age movies made a fuck ton of money. You know what I mean? Like people went
Oh
and
yeah.
watched them. So I think there's something to that. And I'm down for Ray Romano getting more work. Our good boy, and Dennis Leary.
Forgot that.
Honestly,
I forgot that he's the lead.
who else is in
Who else
that?
is on that voice
It's
cast? I
Dennis
was about to
Leary's the
say.
lion, right? But who else
Hmm.
is? John Leguizamo is Sid. And I think that's the main theory. Jack Black is Zeke. Who the fuck is Zeke? That's made up. That's not a real guy. But those are the main three. Sid is Leguizamo. Ray Romano is Manny, the woolly mammoth, and then Dennis Leary is Diego, the saber-toothed tiger. Okay.
Wait, there was an Ice Age movie 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
The one with it was like the two was Nick Frost, Pegg. Simon Pegg was in it. Like they're like the weasels or some shit. I remember it being 3 years ago. I thought it was longer than that though.
No, this is a different one. This is called Ice Age: The Adventures of Buck Wild.
Uh, okay, good for them. They also announced some other animated stuff too, by the way. Hoppers, a 19-year-old animal lover, uses technology that places her consciousness into a robotic beaver to uncover mysteries within the animal world beyond her imagination. Seems a little complicated for a kids movie, but like, yeah, I mean, sure. Beavers are cool. I guess that's something.
You know who it stars?
Who's that?
Bobby
Checks
Moynihan.
out. Checks out. That is. It kind of feels like when you read that description, almost like. Do you remember the South Park Awesome-O writing movies thing,
Yeah.
where Cartman just
Yes.
like a robot that regurgitates or spits out movie ideas? Like this feels like one of those.
Yeah, no, this is Pixar too, right?
Mm-hmm. Believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is maybe this ends up being great, but this is another one where I'm like, are they running out of juice?
Mm-hmm.
And it really feels like that. It it
It just
really
it
does.
also just feels a little complicated for,
Exactly.
and
And
it kind of feels like
complicated can be good, but like this is
it feels to me that like the early Pixar movies, at least for the first like whatever 20 years, let's say, they're all very simple, boiled down. It's like, hey, here's kid and like some sort of an impetus to make them like get away from their family, and then they realize that they need family, and then they get back to family, and then that's the reunion. That's the big message is like love, friendship, family, right? Super
mhm,
simple. And I feel like over the last like 10 years, they've tried to get like more like advanced in their theories and more
mhm.
adult. Like that's just not what you need out of a family movie. You know what I mean? You don't like as much as I loved a movie like Soul. Soul was I think really cool to watch for me at the time as like a 28-year-old or whatever. But like watching it as a kid, I don't know what I take from that. You know?
I watched it with my niece and she did not care for that one.
Yeah.
Like
And
not even a little bit. And
it's
I
like who's
don't
that
blame
for?
her. I would not have I wouldn't have gotten it like at all. I would not have connected with that even a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Pixar has gotten just a little bit too far away from what their true core demographic is, which is 4-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need four quadrant movies from Pixar. We need kids movies first, and then if the parents can sit through and enjoy it too, that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a
no
kids
more
movie that's got
soul.
one good cry moment. That's really all you need out of any given Pixar movie. You don't need
Yes.
kids removing their consciousness and putting a 19-year-old protagonist in a fucking Pixar movie. It just feels like what's that? Come on, what
They're
are we doing?
chasing that they're chasing that Toy Story 3 high.
I
Ever
guess, yeah.
yeah.
They also announced Gato, Spanish for cat, right? Or Italian for
Hmm.
cat? Maybe both. Indebted to a feline mob boss, a black cat named Nero finds himself forced to forge an unexpected friendship that may finally lead him on his purpose again. We're doing mob bosses with kids animated
I,
movies. It's like it's funny.
that's
It's funny
actually
to
good.
talk about, but like it just kind of feels like we're not lost, but I don't know. Maybe the plot's a little gone.
Yeah, no, this is I'll have to see it. I don't know. I've kind of lost all faith in this sub like what was the last truly what was the last truly great? I mean, Disney or Pixar movie?
Coco
Because
2 is the first one that comes to mind on it. Or Coco, just Coco.
yeah, just Coco.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, it felt like growing up, every single year we had at least one great one, and now it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the live actions that's just spreading them thin. I don't getting away from the live actions, I think, would be the best thing for their animation department.
Yeah.
Which
Big time.
sounds, counterintuitive, but it feels like they're spread thin and they're just doing things that don't make any sense and aren't going to stick around or last. Like no one's going to remember the Lion King remake 20 years from now. They're still going to watch the animated Lion King from 1994.
Exactly. Inside Out 2 I thought was good, but it's just like Inside Out 1 was
Yeah,
better. So El
exactly.
Elemental was just like kind of a fart in the wind. Lightyear
Yeah,
was
that wasn't good.
nothing. Like Turning Red I liked, I thought was cool, but like it's just
Hmm.
again that's I don't know if that's a core Pixar kid thing. That was like the conceptual stuff of it. And like Luca, another fart in the wind. Soul was like I liked Soul a lot as an adult, but it's just again that's just not really pointed towards. Pixar kids. And then Onward was really not great either. Like it was, and then Toy Story 4, which is like it was a movie where I think most of us came in with the same sort of takeaway, which was like this was a solid movie, but that just it didn't. You need to be doing something different and interesting to kind of justify an existence past three, and it didn't really do that.
Yeah.
And then Incredibles 2, which I liked, but wasn't nearly as good as Incredibles 1, and then Coco. So yeah,
Hmm.
not great.
Which Incredibles. Isn't that on the
Incredibles
list too?
Incredibles 3 coming, and then also Coco 2, which Coco 2, I don't know how. I
Yeah,
love
Coco.
Coco, man.
Coco. I love Coco. That is like maybe the last one that they need to go back to.
Yeah, that is, it
I
was
don't
such a
know.
good, definitive, solid ending. Like, I don't know what you, I don't know. Maybe they'll prove us wrong. There's much more creative people than us, but like, it's one of those ones where I don't see it, and maybe they see something crazy there other than money.
Now, Incredibles, they could pump out 10 of those and I wouldn't be mad about
Same,
it.
I would agree with
Because
you.
it's there's something to the superhero universe of it all that it just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe or DCU, like you can just expand and there's feels like a lot of avenues to go down and very simple stories to tell and just it's a superhero franchise. I mean, that's what it is. And I love those characters. I didn't love the second one, but I did like it, and I would like to see a third one. Is
Yeah.
Brad Bird coming back for this?
Uh,
He's
no.
not busy. He's not busy. What's he doing? Get him back.
He is doing the story and the screenplay, but is being directed by Peter
Oh, okay.
Sohn. So
Oh, okay. Well, I can deal with that.
yeah, that's fine. What is
Yeah.
Brad Bird
Oh,
doing? What the fuck? What are you so busy with, Brad?
I don't know. He made one bad movie and they decided he's not allowed to direct films anymore.
What the fuck? Let's see. He is directing 1906, which is in development. A young man discovers a series of secrets and lies that left San Francisco highly vulnerable to fires that engulfed it in the earthquake. Okay. Uh, Ray Gunn. Tell me this is not about actually Ray Gunn. Okay, no, it follows. I thought like Ray Gunn, like the Australian break
No.
dancer.
Oh, fuck.
I was a little
That
worried for
would,
a second. Follows
that would
Raymond Gunn,
actually
the
make for a
last
good
human
movie.
private detective in a futuristic world inhabited by aliens and humans. Okay.
All right.
And guess what? Top cast. There's only one cast on it so far. It's an animated movie. Can you guess who it is?
Animated movie, one cast member.
Don't even think Brad Bird. It's an animated movie, top build cast. Think about it that way.
Josh Gad. I'm not sure.
No, it's much simpler than that. Just think voice cast Disney-ish movie.
I got nothing. Nothing's coming.
Ratzenberger.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Only guy on the list so far. Or it might even be Disney, honestly. I didn't check. But yeah, so get back to fucking making movies, Brad Bird. Anyway, that
Yeah.
is Disney stuff. Just some quick Venice Telluride things. After the hunt
Mhm.
bombed, Luca
Yeah.
Guadagnino's new movie, the people are
Which, if it's bombing there, that must fucking suck. That movie must stink.
yeah. Because Venice specifically, Venice is so nice to bad, bad, bad movies. Like Joker 2 got like a 20-minute standing ovation in
Yeah.
Venice. Like these people like they'll just applaud anything. Someone starts a plot and they just go. But like the fact that this movie bombed, like it's got 40% coming out of Venice, that means it's a stinker. Stinker,
Yes.
stinker, stinker.
And he's like a Venice golden child, Guadagnino.
Exactly.
Like that's where he should clean up. That's his home court. Like this movie must be bad. I was very excited. I was excited for this movie too. Not I wouldn't say very excited, but I was like, this could be something. 46% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's brutal.
Really, really bad. It's just again specifically to be coming out. Like if it just debuted with that, like maybe it's whatever. But like again, the Venice aspect of this is bad.
Yes.
And by the way, just the premise of that is a college professor is forced to grapple with her own secretive past after one of her colleagues is faced with a serious accusation. I think it's a sexual assault type thing.
Yeah.
And it's got Julia Roberts, Ayo Edebiri, Andrew Garfield,
Hmm.
Michael Stuhlbarg, like really good cast
Great cast.
and a great director. And just people fucking hate it.
Tough year for Io if this ends up being as bad as Build.
And Opus too was the
Yeah, Opus
fucking
was
bummer.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her, but and she did take I mean she paired up with some great directors. It's just she got the short end of the stick and ended up with their bad movies, it seems like.
She's almost on like the Jenna Ortega. um Flight Plan,
Yes.
where it's like, hey, I was in a series that's beloved and everyone likes me. Now I'm gonna go and try and do some cool shit with some
Hmm.
interesting directors, and it just she picked the wrong ones. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Not she picked the wrong ones. She probably picked like on paper the right ones. It's just that the didn't work out.
Hmm.
No Other Choice did great. That's the one that's getting the most praise really right now. It's a Park Chan-wook movie kind of about like AI taking someone's job. I mean, it looks awesome. Cool concept.
Yeah.
Park Chan-wook is like in legend.
That's, I
That's
mean,
all you
yeah,
need.
that's like no surprises there. Park Chan-wook puts up another banger. Back to making movies. The guy doesn't miss. If you've never gone through Park Chan-wook's filmography,
Oh,
it's one of the best places to start if you want to get into like any kind of Asian cinema, specifically Korean. He is so accessible. He makes such fun movies, thoughtful movies. They look great even if you can't follow along with the subtitles and get lazy. I mean, the movies just look incredible. I mean, they're flashy. They're can't say enough good things.
yeah. People didn't give I think Sympathizer a fair enough chance either. By the way, last year
Hmm.
on HBO, that was a
Yeah,
really good ass show.
I
But yeah,
fell off on it, but yeah, no, I was very much enjoying it. I love the lead, the guy with the blue eyes.
yeah, dude, he was awesome.
He
He
was
is
so
really
good.
good. But yeah, so that's been like I think the not like the golden child, but that's been getting at least from what I've seen the most hype for sure. And then at
Hmm.
Telluride, Hamnet apparently is also a banger, like You're Going to Cry Your Eyes Out to Death type movie, which is cool because I mean, Chloe Zhao kind of got the short end of not a short end of the stick with Eternals, but kind of like she went from winning the Oscar to doing Eternals, which like is I feel a very tough thing to do, and she was maybe just a little out of her depth, and then she goes back to her more sweet spot in
Hmm.
like a very a smaller scale, easy movie with two really good actors and Mescal and Buckley. And Buckley, I think, is going to win an Oscar. I've been on Buckley's shit forever. I think she's a fucking incredible actress since like Chernobyl. I was like, holy shit, this lady's got something. Uh,
Yeah,
and apparently it's amazing. Apparently it's like a you're going to cry to death type movie.
yeah. People are saying that you need to buy the Buckley stock now, because she is pulling away as a early favorite for that Oscar. Hamnet. How do
Just
we feel
funny.
about that title? I mean, like I know that that was their son's name,
Yeah.
but
It's just funny because it sounds like Hamlet
it's
2 or something. You know what I mean?
it sounds like Hamlet, like it really does. And then the fact that it's like Hamnet, like
Yeah.
there's something very funny about it. I wouldn't have hated a different title, and that is just like besides the point. But it's
It's
gonna be funny talking about Hamnet and like trying to explain to like my friends like, oh no, this movie Hamnet is actually like really well made and it should win a bunch of Oscars. It'll be in contention all award season. It's called Hamnet. It's
yeah.
about William Shakespeare's son,
Yeah.
okay? Or William Shakespeare and his wife grieving their son. It's also another just like it always is funny that you his wife's name was Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. Hysterical.
It's it's just what are the fucking
There's a lot
chances?
of weird things going on within this. The Anne Hathaway, yeah, it stars an actress playing Anne Hathaway, and it's called Hamnet, and it's Paul
You think they
Mescal.
reached out to the modern day Anne Hathaway for
I think they're
audition?
actually related, no? Or like she's named after her or something.
Probably named after her. I don't know if she's related.
To Anne, let's see, is Anne Hathaway? No, never mind, not biologically related. I made that up. I think maybe just named after her. But you know what? Fucking shout out to Anne Hathaway. Both of them, both great, to be honest.
Both great. Both great. And Billy Shakespeare. Have we gotten William Shakespeare in a movie? Like
Yeah,
when? When was the
fucking
last
Kenneth
time?
Branagh played him in a terrible movie
Uh,
that he directed. Shit.
as many Kenneth Branagh movies are.
Yeah, movie. What the fuck was it called? I forgot he also directed Branagh like multiple Shakespeare adaptations. All is True is the movie, 2018.
Mm,
Yeah, he played him with like this insane prosthetic on, and Dame Judi Dench, of course. Oh, never
of
always works
course.
her way into a horrible movie. And then Ian McKellen as well. So yeah, shout out to Kenneth Branagh. That guy, he fucking worked his way in there. Bad movie. Anyway, that is tell your
This is
award.
exciting. This is
Yeah,
exciting. We're out of August. We are into the home stretch, baby. This is like the start of the season, basically.
exactly. SNL dumped some cast members. I'm not like a religious SNL watcher anymore. Like I
Mhm.
definitely used to be. I was like, I want to set my clock to like if I'm, especially when I was like younger. If I'm not going out, I'm watching. SNL. Like I'm going to watch it. And over the last 10 years, it kind of feels like it's shifted away. And at first I was willing to like shake that off as if like, oh, well, it's just like you're always more nostalgic for your version of SNL. Like my parents had always said like, oh, turn of the 80s into the 90s, that's the best SNL. And then like the next age says, oh, well, late 90s, that's the best SNL. And that's just like for me, it's like the Lonely Island digital short era. Like that's the best SNL. And
Hmm.
but I truly feel like there was a weird shift probably going into like the 2016 elections where like they just lost shit to be able to make fun of, and they, to me anyway, I think the show, and I tweeted this too, I think the show works really really well when there is a very specific blend of theater kid to class clown sort of people, and I think that that blend, that ratio has been way out of whack for the last like 10 years. Been way too many theater kids, not nearly enough like class clowns. And that like sort of I don't want to say a contemptuous energy, but like it is a little bit like it radiates a little bit when they're doing more of a performance than a gag. And that to me it would
Hmm.
always, it feels off in a lot of sketches, and that I don't love it. And I think like Longfellow I thought was pretty funny. Joaquin I thought was pretty funny. I didn't see enough of Walker, I don't think. But Heidi Gardner I've
Hmm.
never gotten. I never once have been like, wow, that skit is so funny because of Heidi Gardner. Like, never once. And I feel like the best skit you could say she was part of, in my head anyway, it's like me, like Boxer's Wife, maybe, but like it's like the Beavis and Butthead thing. And the only thing that made it funny was the fact that she was not doing her job correctly and she was laughing. Like, that's what made it funny.
Yeah.
So like she I've never understood at all. But there's a lot of other main players which I also don't think are particularly working either. Like Feynman I don't get, Bone Yang I don't really get. A lot of these other main players, like I don't understand the thought process behind it. But maybe that was Lauren trying to steer into the culture wars and stuff, and he just it's kind of rebounding now. And I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but you need a lot more class clowns, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, the cast is just not what it needs to be. It's just not a winning ball. It's not a winning ball club right now.
Yeah.
I love that take that you had, by the way, that you need more, like less theater kids, more, class
Oh, you need
clowns.
clowns.
Yeah, like you need your Norms and your Chevy Chases for every like Steve Martin you have, or else it just doesn't work. How they get back to that, I don't know. I think one of the big issues also is that none of these cast members, these tenured cast members, fucking refuse to leave.
Exactly.
Like Keenan, love the man, been on the show way too long. Like Cecily Strong, been on the show way too long. There's so many of these, like even Colin Jost, like Michael Shea, like they've been there for like 10, 15 years. That's a long time for SNL. That's not normal.
Yeah.
Usually you move on by that point. You go write for someone else or you become a movie star. They like doing this, I guess. I don't know, or they don't have the offers on the table to leave. I'm not sure what's going on, but because of that, you don't get to infuse the new blood into the system, and they desperately need it. I
Yeah.
thought Longfellow was one of their most promising young people, and him being off the table, I don't know. I
So
did
like
I
some of
did
the other
see a
guys,
tweet from Devin. He was like, "We didn't die. Like
yeah, yeah, it's
we're
funny.
gonna be in other stuff." But um, would have liked to see them get their like shot. It never really felt like they even got their shot.
Yeah. Some of the like just looking at some of the other cast members, like Marcelo, I think like that's a class clown guy, right?
Yeah.
Like not as much a theater kid guy.
And notice
Um,
how like that's all, they only needed one of them, and like he may not be the best class clown they've ever had, but the fact that like he is so different from the rest of the cast that they currently have, he just shines so well. Like he
exactly,
shines
yeah.
so much.
And like going through like Jane Wickline, who like that's a TikTok person. Like that's I don't get that
Yeah.
totally really either. And like some of these other people, like Sarah Sherman, there's like parts where I think she's really good, and then other parts where I'm like, yeah, this isn't really a good fit. And then like some of these other cast members, man, and, like Mikey Day's been there for 100 years. Another guy,
Ooh.
tough one, man. And these other people I don't really like. Chloe Fineman, I don't get at all. Uh, so, it's just tough. It's just tough. I think you just need more clowns. Again, the theater kids are an important part of this
Oh yeah.
equation. Super, super fucking important. But I think you need people that are naturally funny, not like reading a script funny, which is totally different things to me. Like that's what makes something like Will Ferrell, who, for all I know, Will Ferrell went to fucking years of drama school. I have no clue. But like he's not
Hmm.
like he doesn't exuberate that like a theater kid sort of energy. He's a class clown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like you also have other actors who did are more theatery, like Phil Hartman, for example. Like Phil Hartman, way more
Yep.
of like a theaterish person, like in his all of his deliveries than a class clown. Super fucking important to the show. Tina Fey, super fucking important to the show. Like all these people are
Yeah.
like, it's just you need the right ratio, and I feel like they've been way off
Yeah.
for years now. So I don't know what the answer is.
And really it'll take just like one major star, which I think they've been missing for a while, that they just don't have like a clear superstar. And they
Yeah.
had one for a while, and then the baton got passed to Hillary Clinton.
Oh, fucking shit. I always forget.
Kate
Kate McKinnon.
McKinnon. And I think that's kind of ever since then they have not been able to find. And I don't think Kate McKinnon was that. She was great, but not the level of superstar that they had for 20 years. They had Tina Fey, they had Amy Poehler, and then they had Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
Then they had, like they had at least one person they could constantly lean on for at least one great sketch a night. And
Yeah.
they don't have that right now.
Yeah. And maybe like the Do Not Destroy guys get a bigger bump, or maybe they get dropped. Like I don't fucking know. Like,
Yeah, they had that one. I mean, they were great on TikTok, and they had a few good sketches, but they've also kind of fizzled out, it feels like.
or just like not. It's almost kind of like the Kyle Mooney situation, right? Where it's like, hey, this
Yeah,
person is super. They are
so
very
funny.
funny at what they do, but maybe are not a great fit here. Or Tim Robinson, you
Yes.
could say too.
The funniest thing Kyle Mooney ever did on SNL is like from a phone clip backstage when he's dressed up as Macklemore.
Yeah.
Hey, hey Macklemore, can I get your autograph? Not unless you're gay.
Yeah. Not unless you gay, man. Like,
Oh my
and think about
God,
how
that
funny at top of the, not top of the world, but like in the sort of like more not underground. That's maybe even lame to say, but like, you know what I mean? Like, not mainstream level of funny he was. Like, he was like,
hmm
everyone our age like knew Kyle Mooney was before he got SNL. And we were all like, oh shit, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be great. And he's just kind of square peg
Yep.
round hole him a little bit. And now he's making
hmm
music. So I don't
He's
know what's
making
going
music?
Yeah, he does music now.
I didn't know that.
I almost wish he took like the Connor O'Malley route and just started doing like YouTube videos. I
Yeah.
rewatched the Pipe Rock video the other day. God damn, it's so funny.
Oh my God.
Dude, he's like a one
That's
of
the one
one
where he
human
like
being.
he like buries himself alive, and that one doesn't
No,
he?
no, no. You didn't see this one?
Which one is this?
This is like it's like a TikTok rip of it's like a rip off of like those TikTok podcaster clips where it's like
Yes.
they're talking back and forth about like, yeah, dude, I lift up this rock and I found out what pipes in it, and you know what this
Yeah.
means, that they're siphoning off like pedophile energy off of things, and like
Yes. There we go.
it's so good, and like they go to like the big party and Tom Cruise is there, like,
hmm
oh god damn, it's a good one.
He's
Um,
so good.
anyway, that's SNL. Some Starfighter news, Star Wars Starfighter news. Aaron Pierre and Amy Adams are rounding out the cast. Ryan Gosling, Matt Smith, Mia Goth. This is a great cast. Aaron Pierre and is like, I think for us like one of the bigger up and coming guys. Just alone off of Rebel Ridge, he was so
Mm.
fucking good in that, unbelievably
Yeah.
good in that. So psyched for him to join this in any capacity, no matter what he's playing. And then Amy Adams gets me a little worried sometimes because has had a weird career where like there was a point where people were, I think a lot of people thought like, oh, this is like the next biggest
hmm
actress in the world, and then she picks a lot of stinkers. She picks a lot of stinkers, man, big time.
She's starting JD Vance the movie.
Yeah, she sure did, man. That was,
She
and that also was Glenn Close, right?
Yeah, that was also Glenn Close.
She's like taking the baton from Glenn
Yeah.
Close.
Oh.
So that gets me a little worried, just like in a weird, superstitious way. But like in reality, you look at that on paper, it's an incredible cast, and they got the first image from it too. Just Gosling sitting next to like one of the kid actors from it, who's gonna be like a main
Mhm.
character, I guess. And yeah, I mean, I'm very interested as long as this is different than what we've seen. That's the big thing.
Yeah, everything about this is like thumbs up for me outside of the director and writer, which is
Yeah.
like that's tough. Like those are probably the two most important things. But I mean, great cast. I like that first look image. I like that they're getting away from the Jedi, different time period, a different story and like area of storytelling to go into, which I don't think they've gotten to, at least in the movies yet. But fucking Sean Levy directing this, like here, just every time I have to type out Sean Levy Star Wars Starfighter, it's tough, and it's like the first Star Wars movie in 10 years, and it's being directed by a guy who I just don't think is the right fit. And the writer is somehow has one of the worst filmographies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But, It's the fucking Star Wars, man. I'll be there day one. I'll be there day one. That first trailer is going to be great. They'll drop it on a Monday Night Football, and I'll be there.
Oh, I didn't realize Chopper did Your Friends and Neighbors. That's good. Like I was thinking the same kind of thing. Wait a second, which writer were you thinking of? I thought it was someone else. This is Chopper who did Warrior, which I do like a lot. Never mind, I was thinking somebody else did this. Okay, so
Uh,
he did do Adam Project,
t-
yeah.
let's look at his movies.
Okay, because like the shows I like a lot. Banshee, Warrior, I like a lot. Their Friends and Neighbors, I like quite a bit. And he wrote and directed all these. Vinyl, I also liked, by the way. That got canceled too early. But then he also did C, not great. Did the Adam Project, which was like kind of whatever. And then Kodachrome, This Is Where I Leave You, Irreplaceable You. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, this
nothing jumps
is.
off.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of movies, he has three movies, really. And none of them are rated above a 3.0 on Letterboxd, which is
Yeah.
great.
The
Uh,
only thing I'll push back on, I don't know why I thought, who the fuck did I think wrote this? But anyway, I would push back and say that I do love Banshee and Warrior. Those are great shows.
I do love them, but the jump
And Your
from
Friends and Neighbors good too.
yeah, it's just TV and like going from TV to the
Yeah.
biggest movie franchise in the world. It's a
Yeah.
tough swing. Be
Um,
one thing if he was like writing Severance or writing Succession or something very, very top of the line. Banshee, I love. Warrior, you love. I would not call these top of the line
no,
shows. Yeah,
no.
very top of the line.
No, you're totally right about that. However, the pushback I'll give on this is like as bad as like when we think of Levy and we're kind of like, I'm hesitant. He knows how to make movies that are built for a wide swath audience, which is as
Hmm.
much as we will always try to like in our heads not try to admit it, that is what Star Wars is, right? Like you want to
Oh,
appeal to
yeah.
like kids, you want to appeal to adults, young adults, you want to appeal to everyone. That's kind of the idea, and that is what Levy kind of directs for. So that's the
Yeah.
only thing I'll try to say. Like if you get out of our own sort of bubble on it, he might not be the worst pick, but also definitely not the best pick.
I need some night at the museum, Sean Levy. I need him to find that je ne
That
sais
shit's
quoi
fun.
that he had back in the day. I need that back. I need less free guy, less riffing on a level that is absolutely sublime and more.
Oh god. Let me tell you, after that happened, I went and rewatched a couple days ago. I watched the behind the scenes of Deadpool and Wolverine to just kind of see if there was anything else like that. And right off the rip is Sean Levy talking about Logan. And he's like saying like how, oh my God, Logan is like the best movie ever. Like I loved it, blah, blah, blah. Like it was great. Like, yeah, cool. Like Logan's amazing. That's like one of our favorites too. And then he
Hmm.
said, I wanted to talk. I immediately, after I saw it, I never do this. I had to call James Mangold and say, I need to come and have dinner with you or something and talk about this
Hmm.
because I need to talk about what I think is the best, one of the top five movie endings ever, which is when, and I was like, I don't even remember the ending. He's like, and it's when they take the cross and they turn it to an X. And I was like, that's like one of the top five movie endings ever to you is just them, the flipping of the cross.
It's
And
also
I
like
was,
not the best moment from that ending. The best moment is when little X-23 is like holding him in her arms and like crying into his chest. That's the
yeah,
beautiful moment, not the
the
oh,
flip
this,
of the X. And I was like,
I could just see Sean Levy just sitting there watching. Oh,
holy
oh my God. Whoa.
mind blowing right there. But I will say the rest of the stuff in the behind the scenes thing is cool. He's just like a very like energetic, passionate guy. Like he's like a golden retriever a little bit, you know what I mean? Which
Oh, for sure.
I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah,
But
him and Ryan Reynolds are just like eternally sniffing each other's butts. Like,
yeah, big time, big time. But yeah, so that's Starfighter, and then lastly, Ridley Scott said he's working on Gladiator 3, and the only thing I would say is why,
why not?
why, man?
Make five more of them.
God damn, dude. I still haven't rewatched Gladiator 2 because of how bummed out I was by it. It was such a fucking
Hmm.
and still to this day, I love Mescal. He was one of
Not
the worst miscastings in a blockbuster I think you could ever have.
he didn't have that. He didn't have the right number. He didn't have the right kind of juice for that role
Yeah.
at all.
It's so funny when you look at him compared to like Russell Crowe when he did Gladiator. Like Russell
Hmm.
Crowe in that movie, like the manliest man, like the most perfect, charismatic, like leader of men, dudes, and then like a TikTok kid. You know what I mean? In
Hmm.
Mezcal, like you know what I mean? Like they're just like he's like the softest face in the world, and then Russell
Yep.
Crowe is like the manliest man in the world. It was like such a whiff of a casting, in my opinion. Which again, not to say Mezcal's bad. Like he's really good in other stuff. It's just this was such a bad casting for him.
There's no shot this ever gets like greenlit though, right? Like he's writing a Gladiator 3, but there's not going to be a studio to give him another studio is not going to give him $200 million to make.
I doubt they ever give him the same amount of money, but like if
Maybe that's a
Ridley's
good thing though.
yeah,
Like
but like
rein it in a little bit.
when Ridley Scott comes and says I want to make another movie, they're probably going to say yes, but it's just a matter of how much money they're going to give him. And if
Yeah.
he says no, then that's a different situation.
I mean, I'll always take more Ridley Scott. He's I love his movies.
It's one of
I
the
don't know.
greatest.
I just even when they miss for me, they're still like very entertaining.
One of my favorite things is his relationship with Chris Nolan. I love how Nolan like
Yeah.
praises him like a god, and
Yeah.
Scott's just like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's so fucking funny. I forget, there's a really funny quote where I think like Chris Nolan like he like talked to him about something and it was like, almost that exact scenario where he's like, "Oh my God, Ridley Scott, like I grew up watching all of your things. I love you. I think you're the greatest thing of all time." And he's like, "Who are you?" Like I don't care. Like Ridley Scott is like the ultimate does not give a shit guy. One of them, and I
Yes.
do respect that quite a bit. Now we can talk
Yes.
about. Oh, speaking of Ridley Scott, we can talk about Alien Earth a little bit. I think another very strong
Yep.
episode. A little bit slower than the last two, but it's very interesting. Again, this is probably, I would say probably not what a lot of people would have expected out of an Alien series. They expect a lot more like maybe Aliens, like, hey, we're getting a
Hmm.
lot of action, we're getting a lot of alien killing, we're getting a lot of, like, not really. This is probably closer to like a mix between Alien and like a season of Fargo. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, we're gonna ask you some cool questions, and you're gonna see some horror stuff, and you're gonna see a little bit of alien stuff, and like, but they're asking cool stuff, and I think the acting performances across the board are really good.
Really good, and I love the way it's shot as well as anything you'll ever see on TV.
Oh yeah,
Doing some really cool stuff, like taking chances, and it's we talked about this last episode, but setting up like factions is not something I really expected out of it, and I love kind of the corporate espionage angle that they've taken, and again, the performance is I really like the Prodigy actor. He's
Boy
been
Cavalier, yeah,
fantastic. Yeah, which I found out was the original. He played Draco's son in the original run of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway,
that's
which
right.
is the worst play I've ever seen, ever. So I'm glad that he's put that behind him. Um, he's been great. Lothar's been great. Sydney Chandler, and I think her first role ever, been crushing it. Um, and I'm really interested in that cyborg guy. He's terrifying.
Dude, he's good too. He reminds me of the actor that passed away from Alien. Like and I'm sure that's on purpose, but like he like looks like him, the stockier guy.
Yes.
He looks a lot like him. But yeah, that Samuel Blenkin is the guy who plays Boy Cavalier, and yeah, he's been amazing. Like very
Yep.
well cast. The whole show is. I mean, and Oliphant is.
Oh yeah, of course. Oliphant, fantastic. Doing that voice with that hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's funny that Sony posted like because I remember this picture from a while ago. There was one of Walton Goggins and Timothy Olyphant in Thailand together, and he had that goofy hair, and everyone's like, why the fuck is he there? And then it turns out they were shooting White
hmm.
Lotus and this show in Thailand at the same time, which does make sense. Oh, this guy was also in The Sandman, one of your favorites,
Oh yeah. Who did he play there?
Will Shaxford. Well, I guess it's Shakespeare.
Oh, he played Shakespeare. I
That's
was going to
funny.
bring this up earlier, but I didn't want to bring up Sandman again. There is an episode where the Sandman literally gives William Shakespeare the like gift of like
Writing
creating perfect art, and he goes to like a bar in like the 1500 or wherever, whenever the fuck, 1700s, and like
1500s. You were right.
1500s, and he's like William Shakespeare is like a drunkard, and like he's like, do you want to like become infamous and legendary, and like gives him the power to make
To
those
write.
plays. Yes.
I don't. What the fuck is that show about, man? What is going
Uh
back in time to
yeah,
fucking
they're like gods, so they just experience time in a completely different way.
okay, fucking Sandman. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, been really liking Alien Earth so far, and then Peacemaker, and spoiler talk too. So if you haven't seen the episode, just skip forward. I liked it too. I think again, we're clearly going in a very different direction from season
Hmm.
one, which I wouldn't say that I love, but like it almost reminds me of, and this may be a bad comp so far because again, things can totally change within the next few episodes. It reminds me a little bit of like Barry, when like Barry was
Hmm.
so clearly one thing in the first two seasons and then changed a little bit in the next two seasons, and that's what I get so far out of this first two episode run. The one thing that I would say is a big save, and you texted for me right before we started, man, dude, Tim
T
Meadows.
Tim Meadows, 100 mile per hour fastball right over I mean, right on the corner. Perfect. Is that a parrot?
Dude, he's so funny. He is probably like one of the more underappreciated comedic actors in the world. He is so goddamn funny, effortlessly funny. And like I could not think of anybody who could do that bird blindness bit and pull it off that way he did.
The blindness. And he's like a hummingbird, the ones that flap their wings really fast and, can levitate. He's like, yeah. He's like, I only know that because I fucking read it.
Yeah.
That and then the Pokemon. And he's like, you fucking nerd. I was busy getting my dick sucked by bitches.
By two hot girls at the same time. I was reading something about like how the out they have like an extended cut of that where like he's going back and forth and he's like, "Oh yeah, what are their names?" And he goes like like Tabitha and Bernie. And he's like, "Bernie?" Like, what color was their hair? One was brown and one of them was bald. Bald? She's a cancer patient. What of it? Like, it was just like, they go, like, the
Uh,
improv of these guys is insane. But yeah, Tim Meadows, shout out Tim Meadows, man. He is
yeah.
unbelievable.
This episode was a step up from the first one, I think. And the first one was, like we said, set up. This one was very funny. Like made me laugh throughout the episode. Even like the Harcourt stuff when like the woman comes up to her in the pharmacy and is like thought she was a domestic violence victim. And she's like, what the fuck? And then she turns to the guy and she's like, what the fuck are you looking at, Beaker?
Beaker. Is that a good thing? It's not.
It's not a good thing.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, I would say definitely step up, but like it's I want like I it's tough to say too because like it's just you're in a different place now, but like I want it to be closer to season one where every episode I was
Mhm.
like laugh out loud laughing
Yeah.
at so many things, and I don't think we're quite there yet. But again, maybe that's just because of the setup and where they're going with the show and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that works out.
Eagly goated as shit.
Yeah, Eagly's the fucking man, goddamn beast. Now we can talk about caught stealing. Burned out ex baseball player Hank Thompson unexpectedly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous struggle for survival amidst the criminal underbelly of 90s New York City, forced to navigate a treacherous underworld he never imagined. Directed by Darren Aronofsky, starring Austin Butler, Regina King, Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, Action Bronson, Bad Bunny. Got some good rappers in this one. Liev Schreiber, Vincent D'Onofrio, among others. This is the one I think we are looking forward to because like the trailers are cool. Again, he swings for the fences every time. Doesn't always get there, but he swings. And the concept was interesting too, based off of what we knew in the trailers. And I really, really, really enjoyed Caught Stealing quite a bit. And I think it was proof positive for a few things to me, at least about Austin Butler. It was, I think, proof positive to me about some things with Aronofsky too. And I would just say before getting too much deeper into it, I liked it a lot, and it's a movie I could safely recommend to a lot of different people, which is also a huge plus.
Yeah, this is a movie made for like guys. Like this is for sure a dude's movie. There's gonna be a lot of 14-year-olds once this hits Netflix who are gonna eat this movie up. Like you said, Austin Butler, very much like a movie star performance. I don't think it's like necessarily like a great award-winning performance, but he's so charismatic and has that je ne sais quoi where I don't know if it's a great script, but he carries it to the finish line all the way through. Maybe less than the sum of its parts too. Like there's a lot of great sequences that I don't think always mesh well together. Like there's a drunk driving storyline that I just don't think ever really lands. But outside of that, it moves so fast. It's shot so well. The music is great. The performances are fun. Even outside of Austin Butler, you get a fun Kravitz performance, really fun Matt Smith performance. Liev Schreiber, great. Action Bronson, also Bad Bunny, just a good
He's
actor.
a really good
Just a
actor,
good,
man.
just a good actor. Like has like that certain like quality to him where every time he shows up, he kind of gives you something, and it's always pretty funny. Like what did he keep saying in this movie with the gun? La Bertola.
La pistola, la pistola.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, no, I had a fun time. Very, very fun time. And I've been listening to that soundtrack quite a bit.
Very good soundtrack. I think some of the things that really stood out to me from the movie, and I think from now on we'll probably talk a little bit of spoiler stuff, so
Yeah.
probably skip forward. I think the production value on this was awesome. I think
Yeah.
this is a very specific time period to try and replicate now, and I think it was very immersive. Like you feel like you're in late 90s, like New York
Hmm.
City, cars, fucking shirts, TVs, all electronic stuff, the way they dress, like all that stuff. I think they did a great job on that. So it really gets you into a very specific zone, which feels
Hmm.
very like different in a way. And almost, you remember like with Lady Bird came out and everyone was like, wow, this is like the first time they did something like this. This feels like, and it's not, but like it feels like one of the first times that they've really tried to hit this exact time period recently.
I said the same thing to my girlfriend leaving the theater. I was like, it's kind of strange we don't have more 90s New York City media out there because it is kind of a very cool little moment in the city because it's, a turning point. You're coming out of the 70s and 80s crime era, and it's like this weird turning point, especially in the Lower East Side. And I found that quite a bit of fun. I mean, like the mashing of cultures of like the transplants versus like the locals and the like still the crime families that were still around.
Hmm.
I would love to see more stuff from that era.
Yeah, all like the pre 9/11 area of stuff. It's like it's really
Yeah.
cool. I think you still have like a lot of like not like decadence, but like there's underbelly, but there's also like a lot of like
Hmm.
luxury. There's it's like a lot of cool stuff to go into, and I thought the production value was awesome. The music, what you talked about, awesome. Oh, great work. My God,
Yeah.
I forget. I read it earlier. Who did it? He had like a post punk band do the soundtrack. Uh,
Was it Idols?
yeah, I think maybe yeah.
Yeah. And I've been listening to it like because they did an original song that closes out the movie too in the credits. I was like, this is a really good song. So I went and looked at them. I love like most of their music. It's very good.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a very good soundtrack. I thought played into it well just because based off the vibe you're getting, which is kind of established by like the Matt Smith punk character.
Yeah.
And then the acting, like you mentioned, like I think Austin Butler, I've liked him a lot more in supporting roles than I've liked him in starring roles so far. Like in Dune, I'm like, wow, he's awesome. And
Hmm.
like you just mentioned with Eddington, like awesome. And then when he's starred, like Elvis, he's one of the better parts of Elvis, but I don't like Elvis. So like
Yeah.
it's tough for me to be like, wow, he's so great. It's like, well, he's just a shining piece of a pile of crap. So like I don't know how much credit I can throw on top of that. But like this is a starring role where I'm like, yes, Austin Butler is very good. Like he is
Hmm.
exceptional in this role, perfect casting for what you want out of him, a California baseball star. And you look at Austin Butler, like, yeah, you
Yeah.
fucking nailed it.
Yeah. This guy was a stud in high school. You're like, oh, he was the coolest guy in high school. So believable.
Driving that car too.
Yes. Driving the car, grabbing a beer out of the back seat. I
Yeah.
wish I was in that car with him. I
Me
don't care.
too. I don't care if I would have died. That would have been the greatest day of my life anyway. It
Oh,
all would have went
just
downhill.
hanging out with him. Oh, would have been so awesome.
Uh,
He reminds me so much of Val Kilmer. I mean, it's been said. I'm not the first person to say it, but yeah, like you said, he's got that ability where he is a very much a movie star, but he fits so well into supporting roles. Where he really, if you put him in a supporting role, I think he's got something special there.
yeah.
Yeah, no, this was like I said, a very much like a movie star performance. Like he's just gripping the whole way through it. Really, I mean, you're with him the whole movie, and he delivers.
And the rest of the cast, I think, was really, really strong too. Kravitz is great. Regina King, like I
Yep.
feel like we don't really get to see her play like a
Hmm.
bad guy ever. I think she was
No,
awesome.
no, that
Um,
was a lot of good twists, a lot of good chances they took, like inside the script. Like Zoe Kravitz dying 45
did
minutes
not
in,
expect that at all.
off screen, crazy. My girlfriend's sister was with us too, and she's like a big Zoe Kravitz fan. She got up for like 3 minutes to go to the bathroom and missed that part.
Oh,
And so when she came back, we were like, she died, and we're like, she died, and she like was like, what? Did not, because it happened so fast.
yeah. So that was a
Um,
really good twist. There's a lot of good
I thought it was a
twists.
great, yeah, I thought it was a great twist. That the Regina King like heel turn, great. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good twists.
Matt Smith, like you mentioned, awesome. I think like Action Bronson is born for these sort of like little New York City cameos. Like he seems to be
Yeah.
every time he's in it, he's awesome. And like you mentioned, Bad Bunny, great. We have Schreiber and Vincent D'Onofrio as like the Orthodox Jewish hitman, very funny.
Hmm.
And then there's one little performance I really want to point out by motherfucking Microbe. My God, I loved Microbe, the Russian, the tinier Russian guy.
Oh. Who is that? He
I
was hilarious.
dude, I could I'm gonna look it up right now just to be sure. I was like, I have no idea who this is, but like, and someone tweeted it to me too, and they're absolutely right. He was very NoHo Hankish in a way, but
Very.
like more psychotic. What the fuck was his name?
His headbutt. Every time he was like, he wouldn't just punch, he would just like crawl on the ground and take
Yeah.
his bald ass head and like just drill it into someone's chest.
Nikita Kukushkin is the guy who played Microbe. Microbe is such a fucking funny nickname for like a heavy, like a henchman.
Hmm.
It killed me. And everything he did, like his little deliveries of lines, very
Yes.
funny. I loved him. I think that was like the perfect little like goofy spot for like a goofy henchman. I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah, no, all the character work, like there was just very colorful characters all around. Like you said, great set design. Like, so the production value is a very fun world to be inside of with a lot of fun characters. With, like I said, great performances, big movie star performances across the board. So when the script isn't like my favorite thing ever, it doesn't really matter because it's moving quick. It looks great. The action's fun. The characters are fun. Like everything was just so fun that
Hmm.
when that drunk driving, I mean, I really hated that drunk driving storyline, but I don't give a fuck because I had a good time.
Yeah. It's very like eh, um gripping, I guess is the right
Yes.
word. Like you're held on to for most of the movie. Like there are little points where the movie gets a little like long in the tooth, like they stay
Yeah.
too long on one thing, or like it feels like they really could be like, okay, let's move on. Let's get to the next big thing that's
Yep.
gonna happen. But like for the most part, every time like you're in the middle of like something happen, like you're really, really you're gripped by the movie, and I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that aspect of it.
Kind of reminded me of like Guy Ritchie, like early Guy Ritchie
Yeah,
movie in a
like
way. Like,
not quite as smart, I would say, like or funny,
no.
but like it definitely that same structure. Yeah, I would say like a
Yeah, and that
Snatcher, like
pace and the pace of it, like just move. It just moves so quickly that who gives a fuck if it's not the best thing ever? It's so fun.
yeah, very Snatcher, very like Lock, Stock. Yeah, I think that's a great
Mhm.
observation. I almost forgot Dwayne, the neighbor. That was a good bit. Every time he came outside and they're like, "Shut the fuck up, Dwayne." You go,
He builds
yeah,
websites.
I build websites. I'm not a finance guy. Uh, yeah, I thought that was good.
Um, by the way, Griffin Dunn is in the credits. Who was Griffin Dunn in the movie? You know, the guy from After Hours?
Paul? I don't know who Paul was.
Oh, he was so that makes him the old bar owner, right?
The really old bar owner?
Wouldn't that be him? Wasn't
Oh
that
yeah,
Paul?
yeah. Yep,
Wow, I haven't seen him in anything for so long that didn't
that
recognize
checks
him at
out.
all.
Carol Kane, I forgot also who we mentioned earlier was in it as the grandma.
Hmm.
Or good little bit. But yeah, so I would say overall this is a very very good movie that I would not feel like I would not hesitate recommending to a lot of different people. I think Clemmer saw it before us and he loved it.
Yeah,
Unless he saw it the same day as you and like
I mean that you want to talk about a movie engineered for Chris Klimmer.
oh yeah.
90s New York City baseball player, crime comedy,
They go to Shea
shot
Stadium.
well. Yeah, that was made for Klimmer.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I'd say like there's a wide swath of people I've seen really enjoying it. Easy
Hmm.
one to recommend, fun, entertaining, energetic, and a really good like charismatic performance from Austin Butler. I think he did really, really well.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Hmm.
like they were like the hottest couple of all time when they were
Yeah, that's the other thing. When you get that level of beauty on screen, it's like, all right, yeah, no, I don't hate
yeah.
looking at this.
Especially like the contrast of them compared to like the disgustingness of New
Microbe.
York. Yeah, microbe in New York City. Like it's fucking gross. But yeah, really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it to pretty much anyone. I'm also looking at some of the
Yeah.
production notes now. They they wanted to originally have Patrick Wilson in the lead role, but this is in 2013. But I can't even picture that in 2013. Like how
He's not grimy enough.
not nearly
I don't
grimy
know.
enough. No. Yeah, that would have been interesting. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely say if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Well, if you
Hmm.
would, because you bypass the spoilers. But yeah, really good. Great work from
Yeah.
Aronofsky. Again, swings for the fences. This is a home run to me. Not
Yeah.
a pun intended on the baseball shit.
This is about as good as you can ask for out of last weekend in August.
Yeah.
You know?
And I would appreciate if there were more movies set in this time period. Not even necessarily has to be in New York City. Late 90s. Let's get more movies made now set in the late 90s. I think we can get it done, right?
Man, it's just the best. It's the best time. I hate to admit it because like I didn't really grow up in it. You know, I was born in the 90s, early 90s, but you don't remember a ton of it.
Yeah.
But I was watching I'm seeing Oasis tonight. So I was
Oh,
watching
yeah.
the Oasis, picked up last minute tickets. And was watching the Supersonic documentary that A24 put out, and they're like, it's just so 90s, and you just see how great life was. Like the internet's not around. God, this is the best, and TV's
Yeah,
cooking. All the music's great, the movies are great. Good Lord. We had it all. We had
we
it all.
truly did. So now we're going to talk about some things that are coming to streaming this next month. Just nothing crazy. If you're watching this right now, some of these will already be out. We'll just go like streamer by streamer. For
Mhm.
Netflix, if you're watching this right now, you got Billy Madison, Bridesmaids, E.T. E.T. I feel like
Boo.
E.T. rotates, but like I feel like it's been a little while since I've seen it come to one of the big streamers. Edge of Tomorrow, which we love, it's a
Yeah.
big timer, and then Glorious Bastards, which that's what I'm watching tonight. That's
Glorious
that.
Bastards.
Yeah,
Oh,
all timer.
man. So I'll get away from that one. And, I love watching Tarantino movies as much as people like to rip on him, but like they're just the most rewatchable movies ever made. And, it'll be a while when I haven't seen Inglourious Bastards and I'll watch, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Kill Bill, and I'll be like, oh, maybe these are the best ones. And then I'll come back to Inglourious Bastards and I'll just be like, God, no, he's not going to be able to top this one, I don't think. But
Hmm.
it's so good.
Inside Man 2, which if you want a little bit of
Oh,
like
yeah.
a palate cleanser after Highest to Lowest, that's the one.
It's the, yeah, no, it's just 10 times better than High Still Is. It's so good. It's
Uh,
such a great movie.
so good. La La Land, The Running Man, the original one,
Oh, yeah.
is a little refresher before you go into the or not reimagining, I guess, whatever. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory as well. And then they have some new series coming out. They have Black Rabbit, on the 18th. When an owner of a New York City hotspot allows his turbulent brother back in his life, he opens the door to escalating dangers that threaten to bring down everything he's built, starring Jason Bateman and Jude Law as brothers, which is interesting. Look fucking nothing alike. Uh, but new series on Netflix, and it's a interesting enough pairing, right?
They don't look alike, but also there's a world in which Jude Law and Will
Martin Freeman.
Arnett look, and no, I was gonna say Will Arnett and Jude Law look like they could be brothers. So by
Oh.
a transitive property, this works
I thought you were
through
gonna
Arrested
say
Development.
I thought you were gonna say Martin Freeman because there's a picture of Jude Law playing Putin for something, and he looks exactly like Martin Freeman. Did you see that?
No,
Oh, I'll text it to you. It's true. It's actually unbelievable how much they look. They look exactly the same. What
I gotta look this up. Jude Law Putin.
yeah. What the fuck was he? Jude Law.
Wiz the Wiz the show is called The Wizard of Kremlin.
Wait, you see the picture though?
Yeah, I do. He does look like him.
It looks exactly like Martin Freeman. Like it's crazy how much he looks like. And then also from Netflix, the 25th House of Guinness follows the aftermath of the death of the brewery mogul Sir Benjamin Guinness and the great impact it will fate on his four children
Oh,
in the expanding Guinness empire, directed by Stephen Knight, Peaky Blinders, and also who's now going to be writing the next James Bond movie. I like Guinness. I think I don't really know of a lot of beer-based like empire movies at all or series at
no.
all, maybe ever, and I can think of off the top of my head anyway. And Guinness is an interesting. I like Guinness. I like Stephen Knight, and I think that Stephen Knight is working at his best when he's doing aristocratic English shit. Let's say island shit since it's Irish, whatever. But
Yeah.
like that's, I think this is right in his wheelhouse, and I'm very interested in this.
Yeah, no, this is the first I'm hearing of it, and I'm interested in that. That sounds awesome. Like you said,
Hmm.
never gotten like kind of that. Get a lot of business mogul stuff, but I don't want to see another startup. I don't want to see WeWork. I want to see like when you do these company biopics, I'd rather see a company that's a lot more fun to follow than a fucking like tech startup, which it
Yeah, like
feels like that's all we've been getting in terms of those like corporate movies. Guinness, there's a company I like.
yeah, like a 300-year-old or 400-year-old brewery. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's House of Guinness. Now on Max, we got, if you're watching this today, you already have Dog Day Afternoon, which is an all-time
Yeah.
classic, at least in my opinion, that more people should watch. I feel like it's kind of underseen.
Yes.
Goodfellas, which is the opposite end of that. Pretty much everyone's seen that. Misery, Prometheus, and Seven. That's another one like going to be a very soon rewatch.
Damn.
And then Friendship coming out September 5th, which we
Hell
watched,
yes.
enjoyed quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I have not rewatched it. I've just been watching that clip, the extended clip of Connor O'Malley and Tim Robinson screaming at each other in the garage. Funniest
It's
fucking thing I've ever seen.
it's
Where they're
so
talking.
funny.
If you haven't watched it yet, go look it up. Just look up O'Malley friendship, it'll pop up. But him talking about They have Gin Pop at Arkham.
Yeah, it had Gen Pop.
I can't. Yeah, no, I might have to buy that movie and just own it because that's one of my favorites of the year. Like top five still for me.
That comes out on Blu-ray. I'm definitely getting it too. So September 5th, they have a new series called Task coming. In the working suburbs of Philadelphia, the FBI agent heads a task force to put an end to a string of violent robberies, starring Mark Ruffalo. And it's directed. The big thing here is that it's from the creator of Mayor of Easttown, who obviously Mayor of Easttown set in. This guy's now becoming like the new M. Night. Like I'm just gonna do all Philly-based shit forever, which I don't care about because Mayor of Easttown I thought was awesome. And Ruffalo, as much as we like to give him shit, he's got something in him somewhere where he can give out a good performance every now and then. And I'm hearing a lot of like good stuff about this so far. Like they're for like behind the scenes stuff where like people are like oh this is gonna be the next big one. Like you gotta make sure you like
Uh,
you get in on this early. Like so that's all I'll say about it. Is like I'm hearing very good things about it.
I'll keep my eyes peeled for that one. But Mark Ruffalo, I don't trust you. But
I don't. I will
listen,
say he did like Dark Waters, which was good on HBO, right?
he's good.
Like
He's a good actor. It's
yeah,
just like one of those things, you know.
yeah, and
Everybody's got people who they can't do.
yeah,
Ruffalo for me is one of those, but if the show's good, I'll definitely tune in. If
oh
I
yeah.
start hearing the things that you're hearing, then I'll definitely tune in.
HBO Max also lastly has September 12th, Warfare, which one of our favorite
Oh
war
yeah.
movies ever. Awesome. Unbelievably good movie. More people should really watch. So anyway, that's Warfare. We like Warfare quite a bit. And then on Hulu, we
Mhm.
have today be able to watch Call Me by Your Name,
Hell yeah.
Kingsman, which Kingsman 1 specifically. Very specifically.
Hmm.
Keep that in mind. Mean Girls, School of Rock, which that's an easy watch. That's such an easy rewatch all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
And
I
then Trap.
rewatched that just a few months ago, and yeah, no, it just continually hits at every single age. It ages so well. It's one of those movies that has just four quadrant appeal and spades. Like works for children, works for teenagers, works for adults. It works on every level.
Hmm. And then also Trap from M. Night, who we just mentioned.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
there we
Trap,
go.
Trap, Trap. And then they also have Oh Brother, Where Art Thou coming out in a couple days. Another banger, all
I
timer for
know
me.
someone in our Instagram comment section the other day was asking because you put up the slides of
Yeah.
what was coming to streaming, and that was part of it. And they're like, "Should I watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" Never seen it. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
"Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I wish I was you. I would die to see that again for the first time." And it's good prep for we have the Odyssey coming out next year, and as
Exactly.
of now, that is our best Odyssey adaptation. So good.
There's something about Mary as well in a couple days. Another one that we like quite a bit. And then September
Mhm.
30th, they have Chad Powers, which we mentioned earlier.
Let's go.
Mhm. And then on Prime Video, today you have Burn After Reading, which that's an underrated one to me. I like
Hmm.
Burn After Reading quite a bit. Casino, Chef,
Yes.
Children of Men, which I think Children After Man or Children of Men everyone should watch. That's such a good movie. It's an unbelievably good movie in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Rain Man, Born, the whole Born franchise is going on Prime, which that I think is very interesting. I don't remember the last time they've all gone to a streaming platform, and the Born series is amazing, incredible.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is. It's weirdly like kind of fallen out of like I don't ever see anybody young talking about that franchise. Maybe it's because it's never on streaming. I don't
yeah,
know if that's what it is, but it feels like nobody beneath the age of like 22 talks about the Bourne franchise ever.
I
Or
think you're right
like
about that.
there's maybe it's the shaky cam that just doesn't age well for them. I don't know, but yeah, no, I own the Bourne trilogy, like the first three on Blu-ray, and I will throw them in all the time because Matt Damon is just a force of nature.
Here's some Moby,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Extreme Ways. Uh, September 5th, Black Bag, another one we liked a lot from this year. Loved Black
Yeah.
Bag. Really, really good, smooth, sexy spy thriller that more people should watch. And if you didn't catch it when it's in theaters, definitely watch it.
Yeah, and it's a quick movie. In and out in like 90 minutes. Definitely one
Soderbergh.
of the year's most underrated movies of the year. It'll be one of those that just kind of slips through the cracks and I'm sure will bounce around streaming for years to come and people will come to it and they'll love it.
Hmm. And then I think I just realized I forgot to write down the correct version. The Girlfriend. The Girlfriend on September 10th. Laura's idyllic life is shattered when her son's new girlfriend seems suspicious. Determined to protect him, Laura's actions spiral out of control, raising the question, is she justifiably cautious or consumed by paranoia? Starring Robin Wright and Olivia Cook. Olivia Cook playing the girlfriend. So just,
Oh,
I don't know, interesting enough. New series with Olivia Cook. I'll be there. I'll check it
yeah.
out. Might stink, but I'll be there. And then lastly, September 17th, they have Gen V season two. Gen V, I think we were both in agreement when the first season was dropping. We're like, well, I don't know if you should be doing a spinoff when your like your main series isn't really shored up. Just like you need to keep your shit focused.
Hmm.
And I think we could safely say we were both wrong. Like it was a really good first
Yeah.
season.
In my opinion, it's the best The Boys anything since season one of The Boys. Like, yeah, I think Gen V is better than season two, three, or four of The Boys.
Hmm.
It was shockingly well done. Like, I don't know what it was. It's definitely still crude and on the nose, but it's pulled back just enough, like
Yeah.
season one was, where it works.
Yeah, and it's interesting, you know. It's like
Mm,
it's like I don't know how to explain it. Like it felt like we were kind of like at the point where the breaking point where we're like, okay, we're done with this. Like
hmm
Boys is kind of like running its course. It's becoming kind of almost like a parody of itself. And then I think that this was it was just well done, a good story. The actors were all really good. One of them, unfortunately, I believe, passed away between shooting
hmm
seasons. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good series, and I'm excited to see what they do with another season.
Oh yeah,
Hamish
Patrick
Linklater,
Schwarzenegger too.
yeah, Patrick Schwarzenegger, Hamish Linklater joined the cast on this next season. I think some other people
Wow,
as well. So just food for thought. So yeah, that's some of the stuff coming to streaming this next month. And what do we got next? Let's see. The one thing we always,
there's
or
any
at least I always
movies.
forget, 2025 movies. What do we got next week? Uh, let's see. I'm trying to.
Conjuring,
Fuck no, we're not doing Conjuring. Goddamn Conjuring.
The
And
Long Walk,
Long Walk will probably be it.
which
You've already
I
seen.
I saw that last week. Good movie. Like, it's definitely YA, but a little bit more elevated and darker in tone. For sure, a rated R movie. Um, it does something which not many blockbusters do, but when they do it, I really do appreciate it, which is like it's a blockbuster. It's a $60 million movie. It could have been a play. Like it really could have been a play, but I appreciate that because the two lead performances are fucking incredible between Cooper Hoffman and especially David Johnson, who is just he's a star. He is very, very good.
We also have Spinal Tap 2, I think, over that.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's the next week. I'm sorry. And the long walk is also the next week, so that's the 12th.
Oh, so what is next week?
See, we have Light of the World, The Baltimoreans, Bad Man, no, The Cut, The Threesome. Fuck, it's gonna be Conjuring. God damn it, we have to watch another fucking Conjuring. How'd they find this weird week when nothing else was on?
If you can find Splitsville, that'd be fun to talk about. If you
Or
can watch
Toxic
that.
Avenger.
Or oh, I would love to do Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, they've been trying to
If
get
we,
that
if,
movie made for like 800 years. That'd be nice to talk about.
yeah, I think they filmed it like I think they filmed it like 6 years ago.
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's say Toxic Avenger, because that'll be a funner one to talk about, more interesting, at least different
Oh
than having
yeah.
to watch another fucking Conjuring movie. I've seen
People
enough.
seem to really, yeah, people who have seen the Toxic Avenger seem to really like it and
Yeah.
say that it's a good time.
Yeah. So let's do that, and we will see you guys next week.